On translations, what does a translation do? Slide it left, right, up, down. So if it gives me something like this, I would say, well, here's my A that I start with. There's A prime where I finished. That's 7 spaces to the left.
That's -7.
So that would be x minus 7. Then I say, well, I'm starting here and I'm going down to here. That's y minus 3. So x minus 7 and y minus 3 will be the translation. If you go right or up, those are positive numbers. If it says translate the image, you take your x number and your y number and plug them in. So -2 minus 8, 4 plus 2, work that out. So C prime would be -10, positive 6. If it says find the pre-image, what do we do? Whatever these are up here, change them. So this is going to be a -12 and a +12. So when I take this. All right, so here I would say 5 minus 12 and 17 minus 29. So I wind up with -7, -12. Reflections. Reflect across the x, what do I do? Change the y. So if I have these, A prime would be 4, -7, and I'd go down the list doing the same thing. It's reflect across the y, what do I do? Change the sign of the x. So this would be -4, +7. Again, the rules are easy if you know them. Reflect across y equals x, what do I do? Switch the order. So B prime here would be
-12,
-12, -7. And then the last one is y equals -x.
Which is going to be
Switch them and change the signs. So A prime here would be
-6,
-6, -4. Switch the order, change the signs. The lines of symmetry, we're okay figuring those out. How many we got? Cut it in half.
1,
2, and then 3. That kind of deal. Finding the line of reflection. We had trouble with this on the quiz. What do you check for first? Find the 2 closest points. See if it reflects left and right. See if it reflects up and down. Which way does this one reflect? Left and right. 2 closest points are here and here. The middle is that. If it's a vertical line, what is your answer? Nope. If it is a vertical line. Nope. X equals some number. If it is a vertical line, x equals some number. And in this case, it's -7. So that would be my answer. The second one flips up and down. Well, there's a horizontal line for my line of reflection. That's a y equals line. In this case, y equals 3. If it is going diagonal, that's when it can be y equals x or y equals -x. How do we figure it out? Write a point down and see what happens to it. -2, 3 would match up with 3, -2. What did I do with those? I swapped the position. If you swap the position, that is y equals x. Same process here. If I go -3, 2, and then -2, 3, what did I do? I swapped and changed signs. That's y equals -x. Let's see what our. All right. If it's rotations, what do we do on 90? Swap it, change the x. So what would I have on this first one? All right, if it's me, I'm going to change the sign first and then swap. So that -7 becomes +7,
3, 7.
and then switch them around and get 3, 7. So here I would say that is -1,
4, -1.
and then switch them around and get 4, -1, so on that way. All right, if it is 90 counterclockwise, which again is the same as 270 clockwise, change the y. So here, again, I'm going to say that is +2, switch them to -3. -5, switch them, you get -5, -6. And if it's 180, just change the signs, don't swap anything. The rotational symmetry, how do I determine, like on this pentagon right here, how many degrees of would I turn it and it still look the same?
90, or
Nope.
180.
Nope.
360.
Nope. Nope. I told y'all the other day how to figure out how many degrees I needed to turn it to make it look the same.
40.
You got number
How many sides do I have?
5.
5.
50.
360 divided by 5 is
72.
72. Now, what you also need to realize is if 72 works, then every multiple of 72 is going to work. So 144 would work, 216 would work, what comes after that? 288 would work. If I had that triangle we talked about, how many degrees could I turn that one and make it work?
3.
Well, I would do 360 divided by 3, so that'd be 120. Well, if 120 works, what else works?
240. 360.
Well, 360, back to where we started, so I would use those two. We're okay on the quadrants, which one goes where? If I go 90 degrees, how many quadrants do I move? 180? If it's 2 and 270 is, if it's clockwise, it goes
Right.
to the right, counterclockwise
Left.
to the left. We're okay graphing these things? Figuring out how many degrees it rotates. Find the pre-image and then the image. So my pre-image is the one on the right here. So
I
I
went
go
270.
to the left, one space, one quadrant. So that's 90 counterclockwise. But if I say 90 counterclockwise,
I was about to say 270.
it's also 270 clockwise. Which the rule is then, what is the rule for 90 counterclockwise? Change the Y, swap the order. All right? Any questions about anything?